Is basically what he told you.
Milwaukee on Monday on the drive, leads for Omax, reverse. Once again, healed for three. That's no good. Well, as the night goes on, I'll tell you a little bit. Healed. In the paint, got it to difficult shot. Oh, sunrise. On the right side of the floor, quick release three is home in an overtime game against the Kings. Up ahead, Butler, great pass, winning half game behind Dallas in the standings. At this point against the Warriors on threes, 13 and 18 points. Kyrie in the lane, a challenge by Omax to Thompson, but not close enough. Hey! Thompson, Curry to answer. Rebound, Max Christie.
I think he's off to a great start.
Healed sidesteps to close out, and it's tonight. But they're not going to stop. Shoot Curry up ahead. Butler leaked out.
I mean, he did it on purpose.
Kessler Edwards in the paint. Oriented player. On the drive here. Away from Buddy Hield. Pulls up. Fading Buddy Hield. Jumpers missed and Hield wards into the game. Green got free.
Yeah.
He's averaged 16 points.
Me too, especially when we got guys like Steph out there.
Just one team foul for both. Late clock. Drive. Spins against Looney. Step back three for Steph. Shooter the game's ever known. But that's 4 points, 2 rebounds, 4 assists. Max Christie on the drive against Steph, and he made 1 3-pointer in the game. Good to know.
Yes.
Then into the one.
Right.
And there is. But he is originally from Spur. Out of the corner. Guys for Golden State. Payton. There's a hard drive by Kyrie. Moses moved. Mavericks up by 5. Summer. Guy Santos, who's coming to the three, has been their starting center in 37. Dinwiddie, who got it from Omax. Now Butler. Another runner for Pajinski and put back.
He has gotten a lot.
And that was good defense by Pajinski.
Minutes as of late.
But he played 12. Before Jimmy Butler, 1-2 games. Pull up by Butler. 28 free throw. Puts it down over Santos. Beats by 5. Moses Moody, both here from Arkansas. Kelly screens, Marshall shoots. For the tie. Butler swings it over to Moody. And a
twice, up top and down.
Down low, yeah.
The Warriors shoot 72 at Little Rock, Arkansas.
Isn't it amazing that those numbers are
comparisons and numbers and such has clipped. The Warriors and Cavaliers got hurt in the first one. Yeah. Swing it over to Najee Marshall, ready to let her game for Thompson, but here he is making. Draymond a pass, Butler stumbles, and Milwaukee scored 20, but Edwards a handoff play. Yes, sir.
Moving the ball leads to assist, but also
what are you talking about?
Indeed.
Win the 4-point game. Finds Kessler Edwards. Here's play around the screen. And he faked the
line, got caught up with a cameraman.
It's like Brandon Williams, 3 for 3. Bulls up on 3-pointers. What happened there? Well, here we go. Another. It's in front by 10. They're right there on play, but it's Williams. Operation by Kyrie. And then shots up in front of Kyrie. Anytime you 5 threes and being in the top 25. Career. Oh, shot clock by. It's tied together on that last possession. Here's by Payton. Oh, good defense. Talking with some folks. Gifts defensively. And players like that having to place
the screen and then get that ball in the middle of the floor.
And Moody, who missed from the inside, but hits Edwards screening and rolls. Fouls or blocked by the Warriors. And this time, dribble handoff, but Omax got inside. Now Kai. And Looney to a cutter. Assist in the game a moment ago, but he's going to trip for Payton. Had to bring it down. Goes back up. A flip to a wide open Marshall. Give Dallas an even bigger lead. Attacking a closeout. Christie pinched down to the play. Christie has to launch it. Man from Michigan State. Draymond on the block. Looking for the again at the expiration of the clock. Here is Kyrie. Somehow indecision.
That possession.
Here's Dinwiddie in the pit. That looks like that will be overturned. Ducked 2 from the Mavs total. Finds Draymond to the basket. Create on the floor as Marshall got it to 3 off the side of the backboard. To exquisite offensive play. Warriors.
Let's rock with that.
Pass like Kai was like 6'9".
Paid, but that was asking a lot. Step again. You can't give him a second. Up by 14, and it's our Christie on the move. But everyone played a run, driving to score at the end of the half, and he does nothing run to end the second. Finds Edwards. Christie, what a bailout, and then a drive.
Jimmy defended that well. But
tied for 5th in the NBA in free throws up the floor. Warriors with Thompson a pass to Christie underneath. So thoughtful and intelligent.
On Jordan's team and just
oh, what a challenge. But what? Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
I think it was a goal. Here's a stare down 3. He's got a nice game going off the bench. He's open in the corner. Leaves it spawns after their coach just came. And then a long way. Hard drive to the basket. Big. And a ball out to Buddy. Is on the scoop. Moody back up and catch and shoot. Touch. Draymond all the way to the Bills, averaging 17. Over to Clay, wide open. But they don't capitalize. Quick
Post up to pass. Absolutely.
Kyrie a stare down three. Bulls.
Hey, brother.
Kai again. Yeah, he's got something.
Let it go, Kai.
Here's a let it go. The paint rebounds his own miss and up the score.
Let it go, Kai.
Over to the left side of the floor for Marshall.
13-point lead for the Mavs.
Curry driving against Dinwiddie. Pulls two. Here most of the possession. Trying to Pachimski. Nope. A Buddy Hield close out. Play outside shot.
Max closed hard.
Shooting 37%. Close the quarters as well as you would like. Initiator. And 100% from the floor. Payton's made Christie. Around and down. Looney a pass to a cutting Payton. In front. Pachimski Euro steps in the lane and the driver. Pachimski is
off Hardy.
And the foul's only. He tries to get loose. He did.
Good land.
There's Hardy. Is the important word here in the lottery. In and out. Kyrie hits the deck. He's behind the, giving it up to Steph. The front Butler, and they end up having to go down the lane. Marshall, yes sir. Who had made up his mind. Marshall, he had time to rotate the Marshall in the game. So, no good. Pachimski crashes the glass. Yeah, at the behest of stronger Jimmy Butler. Pachimski, rainbow three is. Kid won at the start of the quarter. They got the lead. Back up foul.
Okay.
Just out here dribbling out the clock.
Yes. Mavericks have led for remotely close to done. Just all the way. Oh, what? On the floor. He puts up 30.
Kevin, explain to when you're on the downside of your leap.
Kyrie. That one bounced the pass out of the posts. There's another pass. Christie. Here's a drive by Brandon Williams. High five. For the third, Pachimski, but this is a kick debate about it. Oh, what a blow by. Explanation was that possession when the inadvertent whistle was blown. Up by 9. Up fake, step through, scoop to the hooks. Draymond is. Everybody finding all kinds of. Missed it, Butler. That's 6th in the league. They've got 20 over all day and it's 10. Play. He's going to let it go. Nice scoring game of the year. Off the inbound. Max Christie. Butler. Another bold and brave effort that they wanted. Stare down that they could not secure on. Butler's really the league in free throws. Around him on the baseline. Oh, Steph dug it out. It's poked away again. To recover the Christie. Days.
That's right.
Game. Omax. Stop on defense. Draymond, fourth quarter started with the Thunder. Over. Ahead of steam by Draymond. Going through it in. Corner three. Curry. I mean, just like that in 1 minute. Ski open three. Play miss. It is going up. And and they have 2 more. Forward to Max Christie. Here's Christie with the pull up. Yes, sir. Curry all the way.
Because he shoots free.
The lead went away quickly. It's right now because the Warriors are shooting for the lead. In 2.5 minutes, they arrive to the baseline. Fading misses. Intensity is 0. One bounce dribble, late clock. Curry. Marshall slings it up ahead. Hand off to Thompson. The hallmark of the Kevin Durant. 9th points. Pachimski. 3. There's Steph though. Kyrie comes to save that. Draymond to a cutter Butler. He missed it. Butler though follows it. Warriors. A cut by Edwards. Edwards Moses Moody who's open. Christie into. Christie's open. Oh. For the lead. Marshall on the dribble drive in the paint. Of course is going to want to attack. He does. Now to Max Christie. Christie. Got it. Max Christie has it. 107. Warriors had a 9-0 run to end the second. Mavs right now as Klay Thompson drives, finds Edwards. Chris foul at .1. What a bailout, and then a drive.
With that call, I thought Jimmy defended that well, but give it
on free throws this year. Tied for 5th in the NBA in free throw. State complaining a bit, and then Dallas runs up the floor. Warriors matchup, wedging through 2 defenders. Thompson a pass to Christie underneath. Availability and is just so thoughtful and intelligent.
And you don't rock on Jordan's team and just think it was a foul on Kyrie. They were just fighting.
Oh, what a challenge! But what that little run.
You had another like that in the first.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
I think it was the Kyrie free throw for the technical. Here's a stare down 3. Moody's got a nice game going off the bench. Gee, a little help from Kyrie. Moody's open in the corner. Leaves it. Let's see how Golden State responds after their coach just came. Oh, he swipes it from Klay. And then a long way. Omax. Hard drive to the basket. Big. Another no call. And a ball out to Buddy. On him, gonna drive it and misses on the scoop. Moody back up, and Moody does the dirty work underneath. Catch and shoot. Top 7 now. Draymond all the way to the plus in every game he's played with Dallas, averaging 17. By Draymond Green, but it falls for Kessler Edwards. Over to Klay, wide open. Golden State off Butler, but they don't capitalize. Quick
Score a lot.
There you go. Post up the score.
Post up the pass.
Yeah.
Marshall. Kyrie a stare down 3. Bulls 2 in the game.
Hey, brother.
Allergic to not shooting.
Yeah, it's
Kai again. Yeah, he's got something. Rebound by Christie. Here's Kyrie Irving.
Let it go, Kai.
Let it go. Jimmy Butler with a Euro step in the paint. Rebounds his own miss and up the score.
Let it go, Kai. Let it go, Kai.
A drive, a pass, over to the left side of the floor for Marshall.
and it's a 13-point lead for the Mavs.
Dinwiddie's in. Curry driving against Dinwiddie. Pulls it down.
He's got that in his arsenal, too.
Max Christie's had the ball here most of the possession. Tried to on 10 points tonight. Pajimski. Nope. Marshall puts it down. Sidestepping a Buddy Hield closeout. Play up. Pajimski. Turned down an outside shot.
Max closed hard.
Averaging about 12 points per game this year. Shooting 37% for third tonight have been really good for Dallas. They haven't closed the quarters as well as you would like. Marshall, the offense initiator. And help. For the year, Marshall shooting about 51% from the floor. Payton's made. Foul. Max Christie. Around and down. Looney a pass to a cutting Payton. 12-point lead. Dallas in front. Pajimski Euro steps in the lane and reads the screener. Marshall the driver. Pajimski.
Either way, it was off Hardy too. So
yeah, it was off Hardy.
And the foul's only playing flypaper defense on him. He tries to get loose. He did 29 years old last week.
It's a good land.
Just little things like there's Hardy.
Some of the things they ended up with.
Wonky.
Yes, wonky is the important word here in the left. Step for three. In and out. Bouncing off. Kyrie hits the deck. He's behind the reset the possession with Pajimski giving it up to Steph. Brandon Williams trying with all his might to front Butler, and they end up having to go down the lane. Marshall, yes sir. Exactly right there. That was a guy who had made up his mind. To Edwards, who then slings it outside to Marshall. He had time to rotate the 8.6 boards for Marshall in the game. Suns crashing the glass. Moody no good. Pajimski crashes the glass. Was made for the first time in December.
Okay.
Yeah, at the behest of defense that involved bigger, stronger Jimmy Butler. Pajimski. Rainbow three is Santos with it. The Mavericks led by 1 at the start of the quarter. They got the misses. Looney misses. Looney back up foul. See that on his Wikipedia page.
No, it's his other superpower.
Oh, okay.
Elbow and you bringing up kryptonite.
Just out here dribbling out the block.
But their margin of error is very small.
Yes, it is. Yes. Mavericks have led for it. By no means is this game remotely close to done. Just the move by Kyrie. Kyrie all the way. Oh, one of every 4 times. Kai steps on the floor. He puts up 30.
Already flipped on.
Kevin, explain to the amount of strength that it takes when you're on the downside of your leap.
There and glide to be able to finish.
Kyrie, that one bounced. Quentin Post with a pass out of the post. There's another pass, recovers, and he immediately picks up Max Christie. Here's a drive by Brandon Williams. Early in the fourth quarter, and the Mavericks up by 5. For the third, there he pokes the ball away, took the candy from Pajemski, but this is a kill. He has to be much more polite and debate about it. Oh, what a blow by. Jason Goble came over to the table. The explanation was that inadvertent whistle, and Dallas had imminent possession when the inadvertent whistle was blown. And that puts the Mavericks up by 9. And Williams on the drive. Up fake, step through, scoop to the hook. He has been branded buckets. Draymond is towards his 7, so he's 1 off that. Everybody finding all kinds of. Buddy Hield spots up in transition. Buddy Hield to the basket, missed it. Butler. Team 15 a game. That's 6th in the league. They've got 20. A driving kick. Edwards swings it over all day, and we need 7 more.
Yeah.
Bob through though in that sequence. Advantage 10. 27%. On Kyrie as soon as he caught it. He found Clay. He's going to let it go. Second highest scoring game of the year. Off the inbound. Sternum that I can tell.
Nice in and out.
Max Christie.
Trying to finish above the rim, too. It's
Butler. One of these guys. Another bold and brave effort, regulation and overtime, both against the Kings, but they won it. Stare down. Be denied that victory that they could not secure on. Butler's really free throws a game. They're 24th in the league in free throws. Kyrie against Steph. Got around him on the baseline. Oh, the recovery by Kyrie to poke it away. Steph dug it out. It's poked away again. And that little bobble gives Golden State time to recover. The Christie. 22 in 2 days.
That's right.
Itself. I will share more about that game. Omax. An empty possession on offense. Can they get a stop on defense? Draymond he did after 3 quarters. The fourth quarter started with the Thunder. Dallas turns it over. Ahead of steam by Draymond. Going back to Draymond. Looking for Pajemski, who threw it in. Corner 3. Curry.
Bucket time. It was a big possession.
I mean, just like that in 1 minute. Cross court. Close out by Pajemski. Open 3. Play miss.
It's going up.
It is going up. And it feasted on second chance points in this game. And they have 2 more. Oh boy. Forward to Max Christie. Wasn't even looking at Edwards. Here's Christie with the pull up. Yes, sir.
Side is real.
Curry all the way. History at 91%.
And it's incredible because he shoots free.
61 free throws for Curry this season. To a 2-point game. The lead went away quickly. Concerning moments right now because the Warriors are shooting for the lead. In 2.5 minutes, they are 6 points in the game. A drive to the baseline, fading, missed. And obviously Golden State's defensive intensity is
Picked up.
0. Butler faces up. 1 bounce dribble, late clock. Curry poked away by Kyrie. Curry, trap. Forward to Marshall, slings it up ahead. Defense. Edwards with it, handoff to Thompson. It is sort of the hallmark of the Kevin Lord. Shooting here for his 39th points.
Get into existence.
Pajemski for Pajemski. Missed on the 3. There's Steph though with an offside shot. Lost the dribble. Kyrie comes to save that. Kyrie over 40 points. Down the lane, Draymond to a cutter. Butler by Max Christie. Here comes Moody. He missed it. Butler though follows it. 31 second chance points now for the Warriors. Team came. Another attack by Christie. A cut by Edwards. Edwards out to a trailing Pajemski. Over to Moses Moody, who's open. Irving. Christie into close out by Draymond. He got double. Christie's open. Oh! Tonight, but may not need to. for the lead. It's Edwards over to Marshall. Marshall on the dribble drive in the paint. Butler, of course, is going to want to attack. He does. He goes over to Brandon Williams. Now to Max Christie. Christie 107 with Christie on the free throw line. It's a glass tonight.
Yeah, I wouldn't trust that. Got it.
Dallas! Marshall the deflection. Max Christie has it. Dallas 111.